If you've spent any time on Christian or deconstruction TikTok in the past week, you've probably seen the video about a woman confronting her abusive pastor. Not only do I want to address this, but I also want to add in a personal story of mine. So, first let's see what the video is that I'm talking about.
And I will not let this man talk about my wife like that. It happened for 9 years. When she was 15, 16, the sexual grooming started. And it lasted until she met me and we started dating. This is the truth. And that's all.
The church deserves to know the truth. This church has been built on lies.
First and foremost, that woman was extremely brave, confronting her abuser publicly so that everyone knew who he was after 20 years. What happened next is the piece I want to talk about. After being exposed for raping a 16-year-old and grooming her when she was only 15, what happens? Does the congregation get up and walk out? No, they rally around the pastor and they start praying for him while the woman is left to walk out on her own with her husband. This is by design. This is exactly what they want. When they teach things that all sins are equal and that forgiveness is the best thing you can offer somebody, especially your brothers in Christ, they are talking about themselves because they know they will have to cover their own ass someday. It's a feature, not a bug. Now for the personal story. When I grew up, I was part of the Southern Baptist Church. At around 6 or 7, you could say my first step in deconstruction was realizing that pastors are just people and are not holy and should not be worshipped or listened to more than anybody else. You see, a very similar thing happened when in church, the pastor had to stand up and tell the entire congregation that he had been committing adultery on his wife and needed everybody to know so that they could choose how to go forward. It created an actual schism between members of the church. There was a vote and everyone had to decide whether to stay or whether to leave. And ultimately, about 50% down the middle stayed, and our family was in the 50% that left and went to non-denominational church of similar value. Because non-denominational is just like Baptist with a new package. So much like the Duggar case, I want to take this moment to ask Christians, what will it take you to realize that these institutions do not have your best interest at heart? If it's not actual SA, it is indeed against a child. What more do you need? And it's not just this one pastor. This week, the SBC, Southern Baptist Church, has released documents saying that they've been covering up assault in their churches for years, akin to what the Catholic Church priests have done. So you may look at deconstruction and say that we're lost goats and need to be reherded. But look around at your people. Look around at who's doing the actual harm and abuse. What will it take?